XCN holders, Onyxcoin holders, you all need to get ready for the massive move that is about to happen on BTC and also on Onyxcoin. XCN is currently trading around 0.0054, and if you guys are paying attention, this is now my new buy entry zone on the Onyxcoin price. So the moment Onyxcoin is dropping to the downside, my buy entry is going to get triggered on the spot market. Same with BTC. As you can see, we formed a deviation to the upside, dropped, consolidated for a while. So the moment BTC is flipping the 88k zone into a support, rallying to the upside, it then means that this my buy entry for BTC has been validated. And if same thing is happening for Onyxcoin, the moment Onyxcoin is pumping to the upside, flipping this 0.0064 into a support, it then means that this my buy entry limit order for Onyxcoin has been invalidated as well. And if that is not happening, then we should expect this buy entry to get triggered, because if you're paying attention, Onyxcoin is obviously currently trading in a ranging phase, consolidating. You get consolidating. So the moment this consolidation is breaking to the upside, flipping the previous consolidation range into a support, then it is an early signal that we are about to head into this TP territory, thereby front-running and invalidating this buy setup. And if that is not happening, then we should expect a breakdown for this consolidation phase, consolidate for a while, because we are already in the consolidation phase. So the moment a breakdown is happening and a retest of it, it's a signal that Onyxcoin is about to tap into this our buy entry, then get a bounce to the upside. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes, but that is what I expect to happen for Onyxcoin. If you're here to like this XCN price update video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, smash the like button, destroy the like button. If you're paying attention, the entire cryptocurrency market fear and greed index is currently at 15%, indicating extreme fear. Yesterday was 20 extreme fear. We've dropped lower. The market is tanking into a more fear territory. And if you're paying attention to this BTC liquidation heat map on the 24-hour time frame, it is obviously signaling that we have liquidity around $85,000 for BTC and also liquidity around 88k for BTC, which if you are going back to this BTC price, you'll notice the 88k zone is the range resistance for the current zone BTC is trading, while the 85k zone is the obvious range low, more like the support zone for the range BTC is currently trading. So a breakout of, now in the long term, a breakout of this range to the downside, flipping it into a resistance, I'm talking about a strong daily candle close resistance, will mark a broader drop on the price of BTC. Likewise to the upside, if same thing is happening, a breakout, I'm talking about on the higher time frame, because this is the 1 hour time frame, a breakout to the upside, flipping this 88k into a support on the daily time frame will mark the beginning of a new higher price on BTC. That is when you can start expecting the 92k to get triggered on BTC. Yeah, so that's that for that. If you're paying attention to the 6-month time frame for BTC, we're one of the first YouTubers to bring the 6-month time frame on the liquidation heat map to the public attention. And I think we started talking about this 6-month time frame when BTC was still trading above the 100k zone, and then liquidity was below 100k all the way to the 80k territory. We talked about that. We drew you the masses attention to the liquidation zones, and we've successfully cleared all the liquidity there. So in my own opinion, there's no more liquidity to the downside to clear. The only place we have massive liquidity stockpiled right now is between 126k all the way to 140k for BTC. It will make no sense at all for them to drop the price lower, except if they want to scare out paper hands, you understand, weak hands. This chart have been able to successfully time some of the major market cycle top, bottom, and crash in the financial market. Now, this chart was created by Samuel Benner. I believe some of you have seen this chart already. You've come across this chart. The chart, the creator of this chart was called Samuel Benner, who was a farmer from the 1870s. He wanted to understand how market cycle worked, and in 1875 he published a book forecasting business and commodity prices. He identified years of panic and also years of good time, years of hard time. According to this Benner cycle chart, he's predicting that the market cycle top should come into play in 2026. Now, if this is happening, and also considering quantitative tightening is coming to an end December this year, 2025, because the last time quantitative tightening came to an end August 1st, 2019, the altcoin market exploded. The chart I'm currently on is the orders against the BTC pair chart on the monthly time frame, and the blue line you're currently seeing is the Fed balance sheet, and also the indicator, the red and blue indicators you're seeing is the period of quantitative tightening and quantitative easing. Now, for those that don't know what the quantitative tightening period is, so the quantitative tightening period is a period when liquidity is being sucked aggressively from the market in tens and hundreds of billions of dollars. And the quantitative easing period, which is the blue period you're seeing right here, is the period when liquidity is being injected aggressively into the financial market. That is when financial market explode. And if you're paying attention, the altcoin market literally went wide, literally shot to the moon the moment quantitative easing began. You get the quantitative easing phase is the phase where the Federal Reserve turn on the money printers, and this is the phase where interest rate is very, very low, you understand, reduced to almost nothing. You get, so if you're paying attention, the current quantitative tightening phase we are in began in the last bear market, which was June 1st, 2022, and is still currently ongoing. As a matter of fact, this has been the longest quantitative tightening so far for the entire cryptocurrency market, because this current quantitative tightening phase, which began in June 1st, 2022 bear market and has lasted for more than 3 years. The last quantitative tightening the altcoin experience happened between October 1st, 2017 all the way to August 1st, 2019, and it lasted for less than 2 years, you understand? So if you ask me, the current quantitative tightening has more than doubled the previous quantitative tightening, and the last time this quantitative tightening came to an end, the altcoin market exploded in price to the upside. So if the quantitative tightening is coming to an end once again in December this year, 2025, then we should be expecting the altcoin market to explode into Q1 2026. And if that is happening, that is to say the Benner chart is once again calling the market cycle top precisely. The altcoin market, as you guys already know, has been in a downtrend since the last market cycle, since 2022 bear market. That is to say, BTC has been the only asset in the entire crypto space that have been going against the quantitative tightening. And I believe it as a result of the, what's it called, the BTC ETF that came into play in this market cycle. That was what saved BTC from this calamity altcoins are currently facing and currently going through. So if you're considering the prediction from the Benner chart and also considering the historic price movement and pattern of when quantitative tightening comes to an end, it is signaling that altcoins are likely to bottom this Q4 2025 and then rally into 2026. Now, if you are also considering the BTC dominance chart, you will notice every cycle, the BTC dominance usually dumps aggressively, sending altcoin market to the moon, sending our altcoin back to the Mars. Like, this is the phase where life-changing profits are made. But that hasn't happened in this market cycle. It hasn't happened. We've waited for the BTC dominance to correct. It hasn't corrected. If you're paying attention, the exact pattern that happened in 2017 market cycle happened in 2021. And when that happened, altcoin market exploded. So the moment you start seeing the BTC dominance crash aggressively and you see BTC price either consolidating or pumping, little gradually to the upside, then altcoin market is going to explode. Now, to be on the safer side, it will be best for you to take massive profit the moment the BTC dominance chart drops to the 45, 44, 40% level in order to be on the safer side.